Hi, I'm Coach Kyle Harris with EFX Sports. I'm with Dan Smith at Clyde Health and Fitness, and we're going to do another arm exercise. We talked to you about the benefits of incline dumbbell curl. Today I want to address the benefits of the overhead triceps extension. Now, the overhead triceps extension is a great exercise because it puts the long head of the tricep into a stretched position, and it actually preloads the muscle, and it puts the muscle at a little bit of a stronger point during the use of the long head of the tricep. Now, the long head of the tricep actually originates back here at the scapula. So to get that stretched and get that pre-stretch so your muscle filaments are in the proper spot, you need to get those elbows up over your head and by your ear. So this is one of my favorite ways to overload the exercise or do the exercise, and that's to use a dumbbell in the seated position. So he's going to bring that down behind his head. He's going to feel the stretch, and then he's going to bring it right back up. Now, to progress this exercise, you can use more load or more weight, or you can hold the stretch here. It's a great exercise to focus on the stretch here and to overload that stretch and then come back up. Now, there's a multiple different ways that you can do this exercise, and we're going to show you a couple more. So we're going to move on over. All right, so an alternative method to use the overhead tricep extension is to use a cable in a seated position. If you don't have a machine like this at your gym, you can just find a cable column and you can move a bench up there and do the same thing. So Dan's going to perform a couple here. The really nice thing I like about it is that it keeps constant tension on the long head of the tricep through the entire exercise. So I like to usually program this later in the workout after I do maybe a compound tricep movement like close grip bench press or weighted dips, and then we can use this to get the stretched portion of the lift when we're working through different points of flexion. And although there is a myriad of ways that you can do the overhead tricep extension, I'm only going to show you 3. This is the third one. This is a great way to use it when you're using it as a finishing movement. You can use a rope on a high cable pulley, and then you're going to bend, flex at the waist, make sure the back's flat, you're keeping the core engaged to make sure you're not going to have any injuries in the core region, and then you start with the rope there, and you just perform the overhead tricep extension. A lot of times you want to see those elbows come down, so you want to make sure they're staying as even with the ears as possible, and you don't want to jerk that head or neck back and forth there. Thank you, Dan. So those are 3 different ways that you can perform the overhead triceps extension, one of the greatest exercises to hit the long head of the triceps. When you use that with a compound motion, or compound movement rather, like the close grip bench press or dips, it's 2 ways that you can really annihilate those triceps and build bigger arms. As always, you can follow me at HossJob on Instagram, at HossJob on Twitter. You can check out my website, www.kylefitcorps.com, and make sure you follow EFX Sports on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you.